We're talking about the C word this week. That's right, copying. And here's an example of how copying is a good stepping stone for beginners. Okay, so let's say I want to paint a carnation. I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to look up carnations. I'm going to click on images and see the pictures. What I'm seeing are lots of frilly petals and different values of color. And if I were to try to paint this like this from the beginning, I'm going to spend 3 hours sketching it and 5 hours painting it. And in the end, it's going to be a muddy mess. Ask me how I know. With this example, we have more of the same. Color on the edges of petals that are curling in every direction. It's beautiful, but also difficult for me to paint as someone who has never painted a carnation before. So instead, we're going to look up carnation drawing easy. The word drawing is going to help give us an outline and framework for what we're going for, and easy is going to make it accessible to us as a beginner. Here are some options. As you can already see, these images are a lot more simplified, and it's easier to see each component of the flower. We're going to go ahead and click on this one because it looks a lot like the real carnation we just saw. I found this one on Pick Best. You still have the impression of lots of curly petals, but it's also done in a much more simplistic manner that I feel like I can paint. It's highlighting identifiable characteristics of a carnation, that blooming umbrella-like shape and that really big green bud part that's pretty common in this kind of flower. So I'm going to sketch it out first because I've never painted this before, just to make sure I'm hitting those characteristics that I saw in the drawing. I also added a couple of buds to the piece because I like painting in threes. And then I'm going to add the color to the tips of the petals. What this is doing is giving me a framework for what a carnation looks like. I'm already remembering what the stem is like, the shape of the flower, and I'm experiencing on a basic level how the frilly petals arrange themselves. You can see little baby Nate's hand. He was my pal today while I was painting. One day I will be able to look up a picture of a carnation and paint something closer to the true-to-life version and not this basic sketch, but this is the first step to getting there. I added some pink and gold splatter and did a little bit of gold outline on the green areas, and this is my very first painting of a carnation, which I was able to do quickly and successfully because I copied something simple to help me get there. Thanks for watching. Bye!